The time is now. This has sat for a while. It's almost ice cold. I have replacement tips along with a tool, a W wrench. So let's take off this tip or see if it will come off. Oh yes. Not a problem. Came right off. The glue stays in a little plug in it. Okay, that's fine. There's this one. This is the original one here, and here's the other one with a little tiny tip. The back end is just the same. So let's put it in, heat it up, and see what we get. Okay, new tip is in. We'll do the small one first, and then a large one at a later time. Interestingly enough, it doesn't look like the little silicone O-ring on that is doing too well. Perhaps it was too tight from the factory. Maybe I over-tightened that. I don't know. But let me heat it up. I'll put a new glue stick in and we'll give it a shot. Just to show you, it's not even a fail. It actually makes it with a little bit of clearance on its own stand. So that'll work. And this tip is, you know, you can really get into places with that. Interesting. It's getting warm already. Cool. So let me leave that to heat up. The light is out, so the gun claims it's ready, but something tells me this is going to be an epic fail. I peeled some of the old glue off. Very hard to press. Doesn't seem to be moving. Well, perhaps we will need a higher temperature. In fact, the heating element just came back on. So let me turn it up, actually, to midway. And we'll let that cook for a while and retest. I don't know if it's the Chinese control on this or the fact that it was on earlier or what, but apparently it heated to about midway, no problem. Too fast. Oh, we're flowing now. It's barely coming out. So perhaps with the longer nozzles it will require much higher temperatures because of the longer length of it, because you know the heating element is here and the tip is all the way there. So we'll crank it up one more time and let it cook. Alright, I'll let that chooch for a while. Let's give it a shot now. Now if you can see this fine line from before at the medium setting, certainly better. It certainly works, and it is a very fine tip. So I could see that being useful. But we need to test this again and use the largest tip and see the glue flow. So I'm going to have to shut down for a while, let this cool, so I can remove this, and then we will test that. I'm getting tired of waiting. It's cool-ish. Still quite warm on the nozzle, but hey, we'll see what happens, right? Worst case, we'll get glue strings. Yep, just a glue string to deal with. So, not too bad. Then we have the filament that we have to get rid of. Alright, there. Now we'll put the big nozzle on. Okay. I'm going to leave this guy at full friggin' chooch. We're going to plug it in and let it heat up and give it a test. Alright, this has been chooching for some time. For comparison, here was the original nozzle versus that. So this is the big one, so the floodgates should be open at this point. It does have to get through the nozzle, and yeah, it's warm hot, but let's see what happens. Oh yeah. Oh indeed. Oh, it gushes. Oh, that's great. Oh yeah. That'll work. Look at that. Brilliant. Smoking, steaming, you name it. Good stuff. Only problem with these long nozzles is they tend to have a little bit of a drippy nose. That's the only problem. But certainly, I like this. This is like a step in the right direction as far as like real glue guns. Especially with these tips, I could definitely see myself almost never using anything besides the original one. I had an idea to modify this nozzle, which is exactly the same size as, was that the one? Yeah. I think the orifice is just exactly the same. Modify this by flattening it a bit to make like a flattened beam type thing, but I think the material is too thick. Might be able to do it with the original one, and then if I need a nozzle that size, I could do it with this. But anyway, definitely cool. Definitely something to have. I love that kind. And I'll just have to mind my temperature when I use the other nozzles. So we'll put this back down to low. I'll swap in the original tip again and put it away for next I need hot glue. Thank you for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.